should mention first, I originally bought this camera for mountain biking, specifically for the stabilization it provides. No one wants to watch shaky chest-mounted footage, at least not for more than a few minutes. Rylo clearly has the best software image stabilization. I originally said it was gimbal quality stabilization, but now I'm starting to think it's actually better than a wearable gimbal. The reason for that is when wearing a gimbal and taking a hard turn or a switchback, the gimbal takes a second or two to recenter. It's not a big problem, but it's one thing Rylo has over a gimbal. Rylo is thicker but looks smaller than a GoPro. It's a very solid build. The only thing I'm worried about is scratching its large lenses. They seem pretty vulnerable since they stick out so far. Rylo can output non-360 video at 1080p. 360 video outputs at 4K. Mountain bikers will love the fact that you don't have to worry about pointing the camera perfectly forward. You can change the view in the app during editing. It's a great bonus. Video quality has improved in the months since I've bought the camera. Rylo has updated the camera and the app to correct some issues. It's still not without its flaws. Mountain biking seems to be the hardest on the video quality. Flickering sunlight through the trees causes some issues. The extremely wide-angle lenses get hit with direct sunlight at times. These factors end up causing issues with the white balance. I assume that's the correct term. Some of these problems can be fixed in the tunes section of the app. It's not unwatchable by any means, but if you're running a pro YouTube channel, you may want to stick with your gimbal and GoPro setup for now. The camera did a great job when I stuck it to my jet ski and rode around at 55 miles an hour. Being stabilized gave a great sense of speed. You can clearly see the water going by and the shore as I sped along. The audio is great at times, and other times it's pretty bad. The microphone seems very sensitive. I often turn down the volume during editing because I'm breathing like John Goodman running to the dinner table. I thought I'd try the waterproof housing to muffle the wind noise while biking, and to protect it from a fall or sweat when temperatures get near 100 degrees in South Texas. Unfortunately, the audio was pretty awful in the case. There were loud pops at times. The camera sits firm inside the case, but it seemed to happen around hard bumps or when I landed jumps on my bike. I will say the sound was fine on the jet ski inside of the waterproof case, even at high speeds. Rylo seems to work perfectly with just about any GoPro mount I've tried. You just need to use the everyday case or waterproof housing. Rylo's battery is removable and you can purchase extras on Rylo's website. As of now, there are no third-party accessories that I can find. I'm sure that will change as it becomes more popular. The Rylo app is very well made. For those who don't know, Rylo is a startup company. It was created by the team that made Hyperlapse for Instagram. While that's a cool app, I'm far more impressed with their ability to figure out how to stabilize video the way they have. They should get rich on that alone. Editing is smooth and easy. You can turn stabilization off and on, just in case you want to have that shaky look after all. Rylo can lock onto objects and follow them with a force touch or a long press on the object. Or you can just tell it to look here and it will permanently point the camera in that spot no matter if the camera is turning or moving around. If you're using this for mountain biking, you can quickly get the camera angle you want just by dragging your finger. Once you've got it framed how you want, you can just export the video and it'll look like you're wearing a gimbal and you've used a regular action camera. Editing is fine if you're doing just a few clips. It becomes more time consuming if you're editing 30 minutes or more together. My editing usually goes like this. Import the footage to my iPhone using the cable. Position the view of each video and make other edits. Export each clip to my MacBook using AirDrop. Then use Final Cut Pro to put videos together and add transitions. Currently there is no way to put together multiple clips in the Rylo app. That could easily change in the future. If you don't have a Mac, you can just use iMovie or some other editing app on the iPhone. One feature I thought was smart on Rylo is one of the problems I had with GoPro was I had hit the record button and wondered, is it on? Is it recording? And then looked down for the flashing light. Rylo vibrates when you turn it on and gives you a quick buzz when you press record. It also has a distinct vibrate for when you end a recording. It's longer and both are accompanied by beeps. Rylo will go to sleep if you aren't recording after a minute or so. It wakes up very quickly with a press of the record button. When it goes to sleep, I just do a quick double press of the record button. It wakes up and records almost instantly. I also noticed Rylo turns itself off after a while if you aren't recording. It's probably 5 minutes or so. All of this is definitely there to save battery life. I'm happy with the battery performance so far. I recorded off and on for over an hour while filming my Flat Rock Ranch video. I only recorded about 40 minutes of actual footage, but Rylo had 18% when I was done. I would still suggest buying a second battery if you're wanting to film a lot. As I mentioned before, the SD card that comes in the box isn't fast enough to use high quality recording. I used a 64GB card from their list. When set to high quality, I have space for 71 minutes of video to record. So again, if you're looking to record a lot during one outing, you may want to get a bigger card. Overall, I'm happy with this camera. I think Rylo will continue to get better with updates. I also think it has potential to become the new GoPro. For mountain bikers, the camera currently seems best for the casual YouTuber. This camera isn't ready for someone like BKXC, Seth's Bike Hacks, or any of those other big names. It will work great if you want to film your rides, put them on YouTube, and show your friends. I also think it's great for jet skiers or boaters. If you want to capture everything around you without having to actively point the camera at the surroundings, this is a great option. Hikers will also benefit from this camera. No camera bob while walking, and you can see everything around you, even things you might not have seen while hiking. Rylo retails for $499. The waterproof adventure case is $69. An extra battery will run you $24. If you want to save $75, you can use the link in the description below. The link may look fishy, but it goes straight to Rylo's website. If I had to give it a score as it is now, it would be 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching.